Hey y'all, thanks for joining me for a few minutes today. If you're new here, my name is Michelle and my channel is about aging as a female in our society today. Specific to these first videos, maybe the first up to 10 or maybe more, is going to be mainly about my transitioning gray hair. I stopped full head hair coloring in May of 17, but I did root touch-ups for a year. In May of 18, I stopped the root touch-ups. This is the fourth video that I'm doing, weekly video on my gray hair transition, and this is the 18th week of no dye on my dark hair. So it's basically been a month of videos, and I'm still trying to get myself and this room put together. If you've watched any of the older videos, any of the beginning videos, you'll see that not a lot has changed behind me. There's been a whole lot changed in the rest of the room. The reason is because when I move all of this around, that'll be when I transition to the new camera and hopefully get the audio set up a little better, and everything is, I promise, it's coming together, just not so much behind me, but it is coming together. There's been a lot of work done. So life goes on, and all of this is extra to my day-to-day life, which includes lots of normal stuff and quite a bit of time with the other passion of mine, which is podcasting. So I'm having to kind of fit things in, but that's okay. I'm getting it done, and thanks for sticking with me while I do that. I know it's not the best. So I've realized, at least with this setup, that it's hard to see my full head of hair. In the next few days, I'm going to put up a picture on Instagram that shows the length of my hair, because I've tried to kind of show you. If I stand up, it looks weird, but it's pretty long. Since I'm new here and I'm just learning how to edit YouTube videos and stuff like that, if I can figure it out in the next week, which I have a lot coming up in the next week, but if I can figure it out, I'll put a still up right here. If you don't see it, I didn't have time to learn that particular YouTube skill this week, and you're more than welcome to hop over to my Instagram page, Michelle from TN, all one word, and see it there if you're really interested in the length of my hair. I just want to touch a little bit today on how there's so much more change with growing out my gray than I had thought there was going to be. I've talked a little bit before about the emotional and the comments that you get and all the stuff that you have to deal with on top of the physical. But there's other physical that I didn't think about, that wasn't just how it looks. Okay, first, I've only washed my hair 1 or 2 times a week for a long time. It's been, I've done that for years. But aside from the fact that the texture of my hair is a little bit different, which I guess I expected from all that I've read about, gray hair is more coarse and more wiry, and my hair happens to be pretty coarse to begin with. But I've gotten all of these little flyaway hairs, and I've had those from time to time. As my hair is growing in, lots and lots and lots of little bitty baby hairs. So that's not really that different. But what I have not thought about, and what I didn't expect to happen, is with washing my hair only a couple times a week, that's always been more than enough. My hair would be dry, and I know that the color putting dye on your hair is drying, so I didn't think that much about it, and I just accommodated that and washed my hair a couple times a week. Well, now the ends of my hair, the part that has the color on it, seems like it is more dry. than the top part of my hair where I don't have the color on it. And that's a problem, because what do you do? I mean, I can't just wash the top part really of my hair and not wash the, still get the soap and stuff gets to the bottom part of my hair. So it's been like this dilemma, and it's something that I'm trying to work through and figure out. Any suggestions on that? Does anybody else experience this? Is this something that's unique to me? Because this is really a new one. By the time that I would normally be washing my hair, the top part of my hair, the hair that's closer to my scalp, is much more heavy. I don't know if it's really oily, but it's much more heavy than it used to be. And it's much more heavy than the ends are that still have all the color on them. So that's just a really new physical change that I'm having to deal with this, and something that I didn't expect. So what I'm doing right now is I'm washing my hair with a purple shampoo, which is drying, but I'm mainly washing my scalp. It seems to be helping. It's working okay. I haven't had to do any drastic changes in the amount of time in between hair washing, but I was wondering if, as my natural hair grows out, if I'll have to start washing it more often, or do you wash gray hair less often, or is this just a transition thing? Is this my new norm? I don't know. A purple shampoo that I had read a lot about to prevent hair from yellowing as you transition to gray. Purple shampoos are drying to your hair. So I figure if I purple shampoo the scalp area, that hopefully it will keep down the heaviness of that. But I don't know, it's just what I'm doing. This Matrix Total Results, this one is so silver. I'm obviously not affiliated with this in any way. This is what I'm using right now. It had great reviews. It's at the bottom, I don't know if you can see really close, it says color, try to focus, color obsessed. Anyway, it's really, really purple. I'll show you if I can work around all this. I'll pour some of this out. You see how purple? It's really like this dark, beautiful purple. And I've heard that a lot of people don't like the scent of some of the purple shampoos. This scent is actually okay, and I'm pretty scent specific. I don't like a heavy fragrance in anything, and actually I would prefer things not have fragrance in them, but you're going to have fragrance in a lot of things, and this is not offensive to me in any way. Can you see how purple that shampoo is? This is it's thick. It seems to do a great job washing my hair. There's warnings on purple shampoos, something about patch test that you're supposed to do, so always be sure to read the instructions on your purple shampoos if you're going to do it. I am trying to figure out if maybe I'm getting a little bit of the blue or purple tint to my white. I can't tell for sure, and this camera is certainly not good enough to tell, but if that happens, from what everybody says, you just cut down the frequency and that'll go away. But it kind of works like a bluing in a wash. You know how people used to add blue to whitewash, to a white washing machine load to get it to look whiter. I think it works something on the same principle. I don't really know. I don't know a lot about it, but that's what I've been doing. It seems to be working okay. If anybody has any other suggestions, I'd love to hear about it. I did not know it was going to change. I did not know that I was going to have to color my hair differently at different time, or not color my hair. I did not know that I was going to have to wash my hair maybe differently. I didn't think about my hair getting oilier or drier or any of that changing. Something else I didn't think about, y'all, was makeup. Somebody did a red lipstick challenge or something about women with gray hair, because it evidently, and it seems to look really good on a lot of people. As my hair color's changing, it feels like it's almost affecting my skin tone. So that may be in the future of having to do some different things as far as that goes. I've always liked, or not always, but for a long time, I've worn light colored lipstick, and I don't know. I don't know what all is going to change. So, but a lot, it appears. It appears that this is a full life transition, and so I'm here to share it, I guess. So if you have come before me, or if you know someone who's come before me, or if you're in the process of doing it now, share. I would love to hear it. We don't have to do this great transition thing alone. And the internet and sharing on social media is such a great place to have the support and the knowledge and learn. Goodness, thank you all so much. So on this channel, I'm going to be sharing things about me that I'm interested in, like aging as a female in today's society, ways I work to keep myself healthy, encompassing diet, nutrition, and movement, which some people call exercise, going gray naturally, and all that entails, obviously. I'll also likely talk about some of the things I've tried and whether or not they worked for me. I'm actually have something in the works with that right now, but won't have the outcome for a couple months at least. But if you're interested in any of this stuff and want to follow along, I would love to have you. Hit the little red subscribe button down below, ring the bell when it pops up, and then you'll get notified when I put up a new video. The plan right now is to do a couple of videos a week. Eventually, one at the beginning of the week and the other at the end of the week. But as I'm learning YouTube, it will likely only be once a week, more likely toward the end of the week. So just remember to always be your authentic self, even and maybe especially as that changes. And thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.